The sun rose, gleaming brightly against the small kid's back. A small kid that, with mischievous and sweet smile so common of him. Hi, Hyle. Hi, Tanjiro. Kayako waved happily, putting his sword back in its place. Why aren't you with Casa? I asked worriedly, crouching in front of the plaquette. The followers went from house to house back at Casa's, and she allowed me to become a demon slayer. Kayaka took an envelope out of his hori and handed it to me. Here, see? Okay, I believe you. I'll read it later. I sighed, grabbing the envelope and placing it inside my hori. We killed the upper moon demons before collecting the blood, Tanjiro explained. Oh no, I forgot about it. Those weren't upper moons, Tamio said from inside the house. I forgot demons can't stand the sun. Upper moons have their numbers engraved on their eyes. And those two, they were too weak. I see. I held Kayaka's hand. We failed nonetheless. You will encounter more demons as you move on, Tamayo said. And speaking of moving on, Tamayo noticed her hand at us, signaling to follow her and Yushiro. We arrived to the basement where Nezuko was taking shelter from the sun. As soon as Nezuko saw Tanjiro, Kayaka, and me, she wasted no time and engulfed us in a warm hug. Nezuko also patted Kayaka, humming happily before waltzing towards Tamayo and Yushiro to also hug them. Or at least to try to hug Yushiro. Why is Nezuko wearing that? Is she a demon? Kayaka asked me. Sadly, she is. I replied sadly. Tanjiro followed. But she will get better soon. And she doesn't eat people. I can work on a cure, Kayaka beamed. Or make something that gives her the ability to withstand the sun. Tamio is already working on that. I crouched to the kid's level. And it's very hard to find a cure for something like that. I would need samples from whom or what caused Nezuko to become a demon. And I'll also need blood from Nezuko. And I will search for ingredients that can temporarily wear off or completely nullify the illness, Kayaka suggested. It's like making medicine for a cold. Aren't you? I can't speak, sorry. Decently, little man. Tamio ruffled Kayaka's hair. You would be great help for me. I beg your pardon? I asked with surprise. Now that Muzan has found us, Yusha and I will have to leave to a safer place, Tamio exclaimed. Though I cannot guarantee that Nezuko and Kayaka will be 100% safe, it will surely be better than having them on the battlefield. Nezuko too? Tanjiro also said with surprise. Yusha was shaking his head in great disapproval towards Tamio's words. I'll stay with Hado and Tanjiro. Kayaka held my hand and Tanjiro's, looking at Tamio with a firm gaze. I know I'm still too young, and I know that I'm not good with a sword as Tanjiro or Hado. But I am strong and reliable enough to be allowed to use a sword. If strangers can trust me with their all, I'm sure Hado and Tanjiro trust me more than anyone else. Nezuko hummed, holding Tanjiro's free hand. Looks like it's been decided. Tanjiro smiled at me. Indeed. I carried Kayaka on my back. You still have a way with words, Kiri. Kayaka giggled. Yin. Yushiro called. I turned around and looked at him. He jolted slightly and blushed, looking away. You're a beauty. I blushed and bowed with a nervous smile, but it only seemed like I had noticed his words. Thank you. Tanjiro held my hand softly, tugging me away from Yushiro and Tamio. Kayaka followed while Nezuko accompanied herself inside the wooden box Tanjiro was carrying. It's southeast. You must head southwest. Tanjiro's crow cawed loudly. You must head southeast with no haste, Kitsu yelped, jumping around and tugging on my hori. There's no time to question. This is slowly making me lose my patience. I sighed heavily, then looked at Kayaka's rooster. Why is he so silent? Wait for it. Kayaka covered his ears as the rooster seemed to huff. I'm not going to scream this, but he's screaming this. Head southeast. Head southeast. The rooster said with a loud, ear-piercing yell. Kayaka, I smiled at the black head though my anger was present. Wouldn't you like to have a rooster stew? Coco's my friend, Kayaka pouted, hugging the rooster. He would make a friendly and flavorful soup. I tried to convince Kayaka, who still didn't let go of the rooster. At least the yelling has stopped. Tanjiro smiled nervously, trying to calm the head-aching down. Suddenly, a male high-pitched scream erupted. Oh, dear God. Not even the rooster was this loud. I must find Yin and ask her to marry me. Is that Agisama? I know I did wrong, but I want her to forgive me and marry me. I don't have any more time left. I said let go of me, the girl said angrily, trying to pry Zenitsu off her. Tanjiro walked towards her, the crying blonde, separating him from the annoying girl. Can't you stop harassing people wherever you go? Zenitsu blabbered out incompleted words until he saw me. Yin-chan! Zenitsu ran towards me and clung to my hori, sobbing and rubbing his muscus? I don't know what the fuck that is. On my uniform. I missed you so much. Please marry me. Haru's already compromised to Tanjiro, Kayaka fumed, using his sheathed sword to separate the crying boy from my legs. Kiri? I scoffed the kid, blushing. He's right, Tanjiro grunted in approval. Tanjiro? I know now, scolded the red-haired as I dusted off my hori and looked at Zenitsu with disdain. Compose or not, I'm not marrying you. A small sparrow began chirping at Kayaka, Tanjiro, and I. It was a really cute and fluffy sparrow. A fluffy sparrow began saying something. What was the sparrow saying? He jumps in the most adorable manner. Look, how much trouble you even caused your little sparrow, Tanjiro told Zenitsu with a bothered expression. It just told me that you slack off, snore a lot, and that you go around chasing girls. I just miss Yin-chan so much. Zenitsu whimpered sadly, extending his hands towards my legs as if preparing to launch himself over me and make a bigger fool of himself. Seriously, back off! Kitsuki scoffed, sitting between Zenitsu and I. Apparently Zenitsu didn't know that animals assigned by Demon Slayer course can talk. It can talk! Second person POV. This could be long shit. The stroll was awkward because Zenitsu's whispers and him sobbing your name over and over. You started to miss the rooster's screeches. Zenitsu glanced at you. You were smiling and holding hands with Tanjiro, who glared at the blonde with a sick, triumphant smirk. Tanjiro felt superior in more ways than one. He managed to win your heart in such a small time, and he'd be the perfect man for you. He got along amazingly with children. He was patient, kind, strong, hardworking, loyal. Hell, he was a role model even for Kayaka and his, Tanjiro's, siblings. And what was that Zenitsu guy? A crying coward that harassed not only his, Tanjiro's soon-be wife, but also other girls. What could he offer to a woman like you? A girl who was literally a gift from the gods. You deserve the world and even more. No, Tanjiro nor anyone could give you what you already owned. There was nothing a mere human could offer you, even less Zenitsu, a boy who couldn't see what a blessing he had in front of his eyes. Despite all that, Tanjiro managed to be the most suitable man for you, that no other person in the world could be. Zenitsu gritted his teeth as soon as he saw the mocking smirk that Tanjiro sent him. Damn, he hated that forehead boy so much. How long have you and Tanjiro been dating? Why did you choose that guy? Couldn't you see that he, Zenitsu, was trying to fix things up and start over again? He knew he did wrong, and he realized that the girl that he should have loved this entire time was you. But how could he gain your trust and love again? Certainly not by being jealous, or right now you cared not about him in the slightest. Perhaps making Kayaka like him would be a good start. Zenitsu walked closer to the small black cat, getting his attention. Your name is Kayaka, right? Nice to meet you. My name is Zenitsu tried to talk to Kayaka, but scorned his nose at him. Zenitsu Akamitsa, Kayaka finally spoke, interrupting the blonde boy. You got it! That's my name! Zenitsu was interrupted once again. I don't like you. I know what you did to Hado, and I'll never forgive you. So cruel. Zenitsu shivered. This kid was just cold as you. Kayaka, stop wasting time with that person. You said not even looking back. Okay. Kayaka beamed and walked between you and Tanjiro, and holding his hand in yours. Tanjiro, can I have a rice cracker? I'm hungry. Tanjiro, no. You warned the red-haired, sorry. Only one. We are short on food. Tanjiro gave Kayaka a rice cracker. Yay! Tanjiro! Okay then, have two. Tanjiro. I really feel out of place. Zenitsu's sweat dropped, talking to himself. After a long walk, you four reached a mansion in the middle of the woods. I sense a lot of hospitality inside the manor, you said, feeling oh so light shivers. It definitely smells like demons. Tanjiro frowned at the house. I don't smell anything, but I hear really awful sounds, Zenitsu said, shaking. Hayo? Kayaka tugged on your hori and pointed towards two children hiding in the bushes. You walked towards them and then crouched down to their level. To ease their tension, you looked at them with gentle eyes. My name is Yin. My friends and I are here to help you in whatever we can. You said as softly as possible, not faltering your smile even a little. Can you tell me what happened? You can take your time, of course. The boy gulped before opening his mouth and speaking. We were walking in the forest at night until a monster took our brother and ran away. The small boy sniffed. The little girl nodded sadly. We followed the blood trail and it leads inside that house. Don't worry. We'll rescue your brother and before you notice. Tanjiro smiled warmly at the kids, who smiled back at him lightly. There's that sound again, Tanjiro cried. The shivers in your spine became more intense. Forward.